Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm the Fix right here. So welcome back to the weekly breakdowns. And in this video or in this one, I'll be breaking down GBPUSD, EURUSD and AUDUSD. So now let's start with the EURUSD. As you guys can see on the 3 minutes chart, 3 hours chart, you can see that we are pretty much bearish before on EURUSD, right? You can see how the market is expecting supply zones and breaking structures to the downside. As you guys can see, okay, you guys can see we're breaking structures to the downside, breaking structures to the downside, breaking structures to the downside. I'm getting a lot of supplies, right? And then we can see that we had a flip. We had a change of character right at this point. Okay, you guys can see that we had in the last block structure, then we had the supply zone mitigation, then we had a demand zone, what's it called? Demand zone mitigation right here. So since then we have been going bullish, right? We had the change of character at this point that I use as inducement here. We had the change of character right here, then market bullish. Market mitigated another demand zone right here. Right, market mitigated another demand zone right here, then market goes bullish again. So this new week we'll be anticipating more buys, right? We're anticipating more buys, but then the buys won't really come early, right? Because we're expecting a retracement before we get into the buy. So where am I expecting to buy? Like which level am I expecting to buy from? All right, the level I'm expecting to buy from is actually this one. Let me show you guys in the 45 minutes time frame. I think it's very more clearer there. Okay. Okay, I'm actually expecting to buy at this demand right here that has inducement one, and this second one. This extreme demand right here, right? Because this demand right here, sweep liquidity has a very nice imbalance, even though it's very small, but then it still has some imbalance right there. Has a very nice inducement, but then it's not really working with the psychological level, I guess. Right. So, but then the second one right here has a very nice imbalance. I take this the low of this candle as an inducement, and I you can see that market actually sweep right to the low of this last candle right here. That's basically a sweep, which is actually giving it more confirmation for buys, right? So we don't really know which the market will expect right here. We just need to wait for confirmation in either of the 2 points of interest, and we go long. So now what we will be targeting on the USD will be the unmitigated supply zones, right? Our targets on EURUSD will be unmitigated zones, unmitigated supply zones. So we back to the 3 hour time frame, right? I think if we're taking first target at this high, all right, if parametric market follow our analysis and buy, right? We were taking our first target at this high, right? Why do I take target at this high? Basically, yeah, if market comes down like this, we're taking our first target at this point, right? Because market might, respect this hidden base right here. Market expect this hidden base of which might take this high as the inducement of this hidden base, right? And the market is disrespect that hidden base, our next bit of interest, our next take profit level will be at this point, right? Because this is actually an inducement and this is a very much unmitigated supply zone of which the market might take this high as an inducement and mitigate the supply zone and sell. So this I sorry, this will be our next bit of interest, our next target, right? So now what we're expecting basically is something like this. First TP, second TP for the week. But then I really think the market might buy up to this level for this week. But let's just keep eye and watch. Let's just see what the market will do. But then I am very much still bullish on on Euro USD. All right, I'm very much bullish on Euro USD. Then I'll be expecting confirmations when the market mitigate any of these demands of existing confirmation. So any of the demands that I see market giving me a bullish confirmation in the lower time frame, I'll be going bullish. So the confirmation I mean is basically something like this, right? Market taking out this inducement, but then won't really mitigate the demand. So right? Market will just take it out and then give me a little retracement just to allow or to induce the early buyers into the trade, right? Give me very much little buying pressure, then take out all the early buyer stop losses, right? By giving us a very much low, this low, then we can see an internal change of character, a structural realignment, then we go bullish at the demand zone or the newly created demand zone at this point. So our first target to be this high or those high that are marked out earlier. And yeah, I think that's basically what I'm expecting for Euro USD for this week. And let's get to the next pair. AUDUSD. All right, and if you guys actually checked on my Twitter or my Telegram page, I actually posted I'll be expecting a bearish movement on Euro on AUDUSD from this spot right here, of which the market don't really expect the point of interest. All right, I really know why, right? I know the reason why the market never expected that, because even if you guys check my last breakdowns on this page, I mean AUDUSD, I am actually anticipating a break of this internal range structure. I mean, this structure right, I'm setting a range out of this structure right here. I'm setting a breakout of that range for the market to come mitigate this daily supply zone right here. Okay. All right. Here's ADS from the daily time frame. Here's ADS for daily time frame. You guys can see that we actually had a very nice peer structure in a while. We have been bearish. You can see we had the 12 cracker right here, break of structure, indication of what the sorry, this was a mistake. That was actually a supply, indication of supply zone. Alright, and that break of structure, downside indication of supply zone again. Then after the investigation of this supply zone, we had a very nice chain of character, right? And after that, we had a very nice break of structure for the market to come back to take out this low. We had a nice BOS right there. Okay, so then we can see that market take out this inducement to mitigate this very nice suppliers and then continue selling. So now, our my anticipation is just for the market to as you can see, even in the daily time frame, all these things right here is just like a range, right? It's just basically like a liquidity build up, right? You guys can see that it's very much like a range in liquidity. So now I'm expecting the market to actually break out of this range to give me mitigation of this supply zone or come to this extreme supply zone. But then I think this one is looking more promising, right? Then we can see the mitigation of the supply zone before we continue dropping. So probably after the mitigation of the supply zone, we dropping probably to this low or to this all-time weekly low, right? As the market has been doing according to the structure. Sorry, guys. So yeah, now that we have a very nice internal structural change, there's actually an internal change of character. We're anticipating more buys, right? And you can see this very clear demand zone right here where I'll be expecting nice buys from. Right, guys, and I think this demand zone is very more clearer in the lower time frame. I'm sorry, the 3 hour. Okay, yeah, you guys can see in the 3 hour we have this very clean demand zone where I'll be expecting bullish confirmations, then I go long, right? And I go long. So me going long, I'll be if I see my bullish confirmation, something like this, market taking out the IRL, giving me the mitigation, changing structure, and then take out the inducement, the newly formed inducement for the mitigation of the demand zone. I'll be looking to go long here, and I'll be taking profit this in the inducement of the supply zone, right? I'll be taking profit at the inducement of the supply zone, which will be somewhere around here, right? Around here, right? So around here, because it is inducement for the supply zone. So the market will take out the inducement for the mitigation of the supply. So I think I'll be taking profit before the market mitigate the supply, because we can see anything after that. All right. So that's basically a very nice. I guess it should be more than 100 pips. I guess. Let me check. Let me check. It should be more than 100 pips. Okay, so that's basically 227 pips, probably 230 approximately, of which we were targeting for the week on AUDUSD. Right. You guys should know that I'm not really taking a buy exactly from this demand zone, right? I need to wait for confirmation because I can't really use 40 pips stop loss for one trade. Nah, that's very much. That's very much right. So I just need to wait for confirmation so I can get a very much precise entry and a very small or low stop loss, right? So yeah, that's basically that about that on AUDUSD. So let's get to the next one. I don't really have anything much on gold because I am not really seeing anything that looks promising on gold. Okay, so here on GBPUSD, as you guys know that we are very much the current structure is bearish, right? Current structure is bearish, but then I think they are now shifting bullish, right? So you guys can see that from the daily time frame, right, we had a chalk, a BOS right here. The market take out this low right here to mitigate a very nice demand zone right here. Okay, but then actually having two things. I'm expecting two things from GBUSD. I don't mean this week, but then I am expecting two things for the GBUSD to happen on GBUSD in the future. Okay, and what I mean is basically like you guys can see that in the weekly time frame, right? you check my last breakdowns in the weekly time frame, you guys can see that market mitigated this supply zone, but then the daily time frame market mitigated this demand zone. So now I don't really know which structure the market will follow. Probably the weekly time frame or the daily time frame, because the weekly time frame we are very, very bearish. Let me show you guys. So you guys can see that the weekly time frame we are bearish. Okay, you guys can see our BOS, right? After that, supply mitigation and that BOS, supply mitigation and that breaker structure, so the downside. So after that, we had that mitigation again, right? So that mitigation. So I don't really know if the market will continue selling from this mitigation, right? Not really, really. I don't even know which market will use. Probably market will start selling from the weekly supply zone, or the market will start expecting the daily structure, right? Because can see the daily structure is very much bullish, right? But then I think I am just going with the overall structure, which is bearish. I mean, from the weekly time frame. So I'll take this one as a change of character for the market taking out this low, and I'll take this demand zone as a demand zone that will push price back to the unmitigated supply zone before we see a lot or the continuation of the sales. All right. So as you guys can see that we have a very nice change of character right here. I mean, internal change of character after the investigation of the supply zone from the weekly. We had the change of character because structure. Then we had this unmitigated supply zone right here. Right. You guys can see that a series of supply zones as were expected at this point. But here the market left the supply zone unmitigated and gave us a very nice engagement and even created a very nice trader liquidity before the supply zone, which is actually this one, right? This general liquidity right here, of which the market will take out in no time. So now you guys can see that we have a 3 hour demand zone right here and market mitigated and then give us a very nice reaction to the upside, which created a change of character. All right, this created a change of character right here and then give us something like triple low right here, give us a very nice inducement. After taking out the triple low, give us a very nice inducement, right? I really call this one inducement because the market have not really mitigated the demand zone even after taking out this triple low, right? Market just come out, take out the triple low, give us another move to the upside, then come back to take out the inducement, then the remitigation happens. So after the remitigation happens, market give us an internal change of character, or as I explained to you guys last week, the market give us an internal change of character, give us a break of structure, then I get into the buy from here as I explained. If you guys just want to know why I took this trade, you guys should just go back to my channel and then watch out everything. I did a recap on this, right? Market gave us a very nice because I actually took this buy from here up all to this high right here last week. I think that was just a viral movement of GPUSD last week and we caught it right from the neck. All right, so right here we have a very nice demand supply zone right here. Okay, I am not really expecting to trade off of this supply zone, right? Because I don't want to trade against the market. I'm not so expect. I'm not expecting to trade off from this supply zone, right? So, but then I think this supply zone might push price back down to continue the buys, right? I have two pot of interest on this pair, right? I have this one right here that have imbalance, that have inducement right here. I have this pot of interest right here, and I have this nice pot of interest right at this point too, which is a mountain. So I'll be expecting bullish price action from any of these two pot of interest. So the two things the market might do from this supply zone is something like this, right? So that market will disexcel the supply zone, disexcel the supply zone. I mean break through the supply zone, then give us a very nice sell to mitigate this bullish pot of interest, then continue the buys, or the market will expect the supply zone to sell to this demand zone before we see a nice buy. So that would be a sell to buy. And the market might not even react to this demand zone at supply zone at all and won't even retrace. I mean, market will just keep going until we get to the supply zone. Then we can now see after that probably we'll be selling or the market will continue buying. All right, so that's basically my plan on this pair on GPUSD. And yeah, I think you guys now see what I'm expecting, and I think you guys see what GPUSD will likely do for the week. And yeah, so that's basically it. And if you guys find this video helpful, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment down below the kind of content you want me to create next. I still remember the FX. See you next one, guys. Peace.